each meal to perfection. Cast Searing Spice to instantly enchant any meal. Defend your food from boredom. Get Thermo Alchemist Searing Spice. And untap the flavor.
Available at Singular Superstore and Marasas Market.
Woo! Lots of people nice and early. Thanks for joining me, everybody. This is another awesome brew from Guy Who Walks Alone, who's becoming no stranger to awesome brews. He saved my day yesterday. I was just, what am I going to play? I didn't really have my heart set on anything. Everybody has those 3 or 4 decks that they love to play, and I've played those already. So I like to give a few months between attempts like that. Anyway, what was I going to do? What was it? Sledgehammer. Thank you. First time chatter. We already went past in the scroll. I hope you're a Peter Gabriel fan. I know I am, or where that comes from. So everybody in the house, thanks. Hexxen Rouge. All right. Shirazamon, AZ and 2K. Dreamer Stangodim, Chimpskey. All right, let's get to it. And of course, Mindstab before even I showed up. So this is a really cool list. We got 23 lands. There's 2 bogs, 3 plains, 4 tunnels. I believe there's 6 islands. We've got all 4 storefronts, 2 plains, 2 swamps. Now, what's cool about this list is it's a Esper Blade deck. We're using this with Skyfisher and Aviary Mechanic. I'll say this multiple times throughout the show. I was going to go with Dreamstalker here over maybe 1 or 2 mechanics, but Guy Who Walks Alone brought up a neat point. This says May, and sometimes that can be a very big thing. Sometimes Skyfisher forces you to just kind of get a little marooned on your lands or whatever and keep doing it just to keep up tempo. This guy gives you a choice. Anyway, so with these Tithing Blade decks everywhere, I'm sure you've seen, you need a way to get around other Tithing Blades, and I thought this was very innovative. This looks very like at first, and then when you see it in play and you play it and you bounce it and you keep playing it, before you know it, sometimes you can even just win with little 1/1 dudes, and that life gain is no joke either. So we have 2 of these. We have 1 lone reality acid, which I really like, kind of a catch-all card. Multiple ways of getting rid of it. The cycling fumes. We've got 3 Mulldrifters, 3 Lórien Revealed, 2 Archaeomancers to bring everything back. That is of the sorcery and instant persuasion. 2 Omen of the Dead. I was thinking 3 would be better, but the more I played with it, felt about right. 1 Dispel, which is what I would actually switch it for. 3 Ephemerate. 3 Aviary Mechanics. Hold on this card again. A lot of people don't know this one. When it enters the battlefield, you may, capital M-A-Y, return another permanent to its owner's hand. We got 4 Skyfishers, 2 Prohibits, 3 Counterspells for our Counterspell package, and our removal is 3 cast downs for Tithing Blades. In our sideboard, 3 Hydroblasts, all 4 Navigator's Compass, just returning these often and just doing a reverse lightning bolt. We've got 4 Macabres. This wasn't me. This is all his list. I am playing it as is. 2 Arms of Hadar, and the Coalition Honor Guard wraps up the sideboard. So we're going to go on in here, and I've been having a lot of fun. I anticipate we might lose a few on time, but I've anticipated that and haven't done so yet in my maybe dozen games that I've played with this list. So like I said, it's a lot of fun. See what the heck the chap's doing. Reality Acid. Yes, we have that. Tolarian Sentinel. Yeah, some of the, what are my thoughts on the mono white heroic? Thinking about putting it together. Sledgehammer, I would just play my Thopters list. That's how it started. And I found out that it throttles a lot. I'm very tempted to bring it to a challenge too, because it's like 90 to 91% against red decks. Whereas I don't believe heroic can really spout that number. It's a really, really strong list there. Send an email at pauper@gmail.com. I'll send you the latest, but it should be pretty common knowledge. Or I know I won the last Pauper Classic Tuesday with it too. In the sideboard, I've been thinking we could always go with a Stonehorn Dignitary or like a Crypt Incursion. But enough about that. We're going to say yes here, and hopefully we'll see what we can do. Lórien Revealed lets us keep this hand. We will keep here. I'll bring out an island, and we'll cycle to get our plains, or at least our island plains, and go from there. But Sledgehammer, good to have you with us. Please let me know if you're a Peter Gabriel fan. Pretty hard not to be, really, but sometimes. Boop. I know that's his top song. One of my least favorites is actually, he's got so many good ones, though. We'll bring out Glacial Floodplain. We've already got the Skyfisher Omen combo in hand. Not sure what we're up against here. Woodland Chasm. Could this be a really poorly drawn one-land spy? We shall find out. I don't believe there's any reason to favor one over the other. We're just going to leave the bog there in case something of relevance hits the sideboard. And if I didn't catch the selfish beginning of the show, today is my birthday. I believe I'm 49 today, so I'm getting close to the big half-century mark. 1 foot's in the grave. I'm half unearthed. Yeah, Mind Stab Throw. That is a very iconic video for sure. All right, well, we've got this online. We might as well just play the control game here. We're playing against a Capybara. Gotta love that. Corpse Dance. Yes, indeed. I've got that silly little video, I think from last year. It was my son's birthday, and we had a helium balloon, and I was singing propaganda. So, very unfinished. But what else? Search for a forest. Yeah, we're going to let that go. That ain't worthy of a counterspell. Now is it? However, it's a little thwarting, meaning like if they've got another forest, we're probably up against some sort of, Avenging Hunter. I still got to get, I think, one more of those. Yeah, we might need that Suffocating Fumes. I'll keep it here. It's fascinating how often this doesn't draw, lands, even though we have 23. I believe I might, no, I don't like that plan either. I think we just hold here. Got a lot of end of turn options. I would really like to hit a land there. I don't think Reality Acid's worthy of bringing out right now because this feels like a big spell turn here. That's right, Mind Step. Well said. Happy 28th. Yeah, I wish. All that glitters made me review Boros Warrior Equips. Nice. Yeah, we just ran into something similar to that the other day, and this being a 1/1, boy, I'm thinking I might just want to, okay, well, that answers that. Some sort of a weird ramp style. We'll just eviscerate these elves here. I haven't seen wood elves in quite a few years. That Reality Acid's feeling a little underwhelming at the moment. Cool. I'll let this through. I am in love with our opponent's list. I don't even know what it is. I just like that it's different. We'll do this, and we'll do the Fumes thing. Very tempted to cycle that. 23 lands, you'd think we would draw some more, but oh well. Let's go. Ice Tunnel. Thank you, sir. Let's do the thing. We'll bring this out, and we'll just sit behind Counterspell here. Again, reality aciding a land at this stage. Don't know really what it's going to get us other than maybe they slip out an Avenging Hunter, and then we're really screwed. So we'll go from there. Lórien Revealed is always a great target mid to late game when you want to refill that hand. There we go. See, my patience pays off. Bloop, 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 boop. No to you, sir. I know. Should probably wait till the Cascade trigger, see if I want to counter that, but I'm pretty afraid of that. Sign in Blood shows up. They'll take 2 more. Boy, they got to. Looks like they're playing control. Look at that. 7 card star 5. Darn it. Okay, shoot. Well, we do have Ephemerate, so that makes this plan pretty easy. We'll do the thing. Always make sure to click on the Evoke one first and not the Win Mulldrifter, as it gives you a few options there. We'll draw first, do the thing. Probably have to discard. Boop-a-doo. Lots of land. Crunch. And I guess we might as well gain some life. Yeah. Is there anything worthy of getting in the side or casting that other Bojuka Bog? Probably not. I'd like to get another white source here. And so I will. Bloop. There we go. All right, we got a creature out. We got things to do. Let's go. It looks like a jangled pile of just good stuff, but the more I play this list, the more I like it. Hard to not like Esper. It kind of does everything. I thought of putting 1 troll as a finisher, but then I just was like, you know what? I'm just making it cutesy. It doesn't need it. It's just, it gets there. Got coffee steam again. Okay, let's do this thing. Out comes a troll. We're going to do the blade. Excuse me. We'll do the blade, then we'll bog. At least I think so. Yeah, those auto sack lands are pretty sweet. Yowza. We're going to have to kill 2 creatures. I think we can do that. Can we? Yeah. Alrighty. Yep, we're going to do the thing. We will click here and there. So we can't really attack anyway. And draw. Okay, first of all, we're going to do this to this. We'll play the blade. Boop. Thank goodness for that extra island, right? They sack the creature. I'd really like to be able to kill their graveyard, but I think we'll have to wait on that. Now let's put the stack over here, shall we? Makes it a little bit better. Cards really come on. Okay. Careful, careful. Let's play the land first. Making sure not to cast you know what. I think Skyfisher is probably the better call here. Bring back the blade. Play the blade. Bloop. And bye-bye. Person's awesome turn. All right. We will start attacking next turn, I hope. I don't know. We've seen quite a few dinos show up. 2 in the yard. Hope there's no way to bring them back. We shall see. We've already got the Aviary Mechanic, so we have a floating Chainer's Edict in our hands. So. Yeah, and don't be afraid to flip it, because it doesn't do too much good. In this deck, you want to have 1 out, but late game especially, little clock deck. I almost played a black land destruction, so I'm a little up in the air about next week's show. My wife and I have a Christmas pickleball tournament, and it starts right at 11, which gives me like an hour and a half to do a show, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I don't want to cancel it. I might start early. What do y'all think? I'd hate to confuse people, have them show up late, but that might be a better option to just start early and play a fast deck. Maybe I'll play a Goblin Storm or something like that. Who knows? I'll bore you today, and then we'll do a speed run next week. Start an hour early would be my vote. Maybe even 2 hours. I don't know. We'll see. Ouch! Well, that hurts. 9 swamps. Now I understand what our opponent's up to here. Okay, that storefront's looking a lot better. Hoo-wee. Okay. Early seems to be the vote here. Okay, well, we've got to keep these things in mind. Yep. I want to keep these 2 open. Let's get out our dude here. We can do it all. Let's bring this out. Say yes to that. Bring this back. We'll play the thing. Bloop, 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 bloop. Pop. Do that. Okay. I'm going to play the bog this turn. Eat the yard. Attack. Now we're feeling nice and clean. Woo! Good times. Oh, at this stage of the game, I'm not sure Dreamer Stingo. I'd rather just hold a counterspell and use Reality Acid. Right now, I'm just all about the Tithing Blade. That does it a whole lot faster for what we're after here. A huge enchantment or some weird creature shows up. Yeah, I think we have to hold for you know what. That's fine. No creatures in our yard. Got to respect the big thinning plays of the massive critters and such. Before Corrupt. Yeah, if I had a crystal ball, right, I still wouldn't do it. Okay. Well, we've got plenty of those. Let's thin out our list and get a little bit of life. Watch we win by 1 life. That'd be pretty sweet. Say thank you, storefront. We'll grab a plains again. Yeah, we have, thanks to the double bogs here, we got plenty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can still hide behind that and do the thing. I would like to do that. Let's attack with Skyfisher and Drifter just for 4. Then we'll do a double block with our Mulldrifter and sit on a counterspell. I think that's probably the best line. Keep us at 7 cards there. We will hide our intentions with this move here. Play this, cast it. About time for our Archaeomancer to show up. I summon thee. Oh, didn't even listen. All these 49 years and the cards still won't go my way. Yeah, the problem with Corrupt, it's such a powerful spell, but man, does it can really sit in your hand for ages, can't it? Alrighty, I don't mind that. It's a bit of a problem, but well, I do have 2 counter spells. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's counter this. Double block in here. And we'll just get back whatever dies. This is a 1-for-1 unless they have some sort of removal. We haven't really seen any removal. This might be one of those pure decks, which is why it might be doing well, you know. Gonna focus, go all in on your Defile. Oh, all right. We lose 2 critters, but we have Omen of the Dead just for that, and we do take a life. Crunch. All right. Off we go, folks. Come on now. There we are. We don't need white, so let's do this now. Bloop. This might get the concession. We'll bring back the mechanic. All right. Do this with the mechanic. Yeah. Probably bring back... I'm going to favor the Omen here. Sit behind that. We have that. Let me try another... I guess we'll do this. Attack for 4. We really have to hold to our plan of stopping Corrupt here. It's kind of their only out because we are dead to 1 Corrupt. Duress, I think, has gotten a lot better in the last few weeks because of these Tithing Blade decks. So, Sledgehammer, great. Thank you. Captain Vlad Tepes, holy cow. 34 months of tier 1 sub. Thank you, my friend. Hello, back at ya, and many times over. So we got an Omen EOT. Go get that Drifter. Look how patient I'm being with that Reality Acid, right? Ooh, thank you, Sledgehammer, with the Prime sub. I appreciate ya. Very nice. Hype train incoming with some sort of poisonous asp art. You have a limited time to earn exclusive emotes. Oh, okay. Boop. Alrighty. Well, we stayed away from that. Let's do, we'll call this Corrupt. With a W to start the day. That's always nice. Okay. Didn't see too much stuff being grabbed in the yard. Honor Guard would be kind of a nice target. We didn't see any removal in their Corrupts. We'll have to hit that, which will free up our other stuff. I don't think the Fumes is really worth it here. I don't really think Acid is a good play here. I think we could lose a Dispel. We could probably lose an Omen because we don't really see any Edict effects. I don't believe that's the style of that list. We're good right now. Let me just double check some things here. Don't really think we're going to need to hold on Compass. It's not a burn list, but this will at least focus a little bit of different power somewhere else. Yo, let's see. Bam. Yeah, what Dreamer Stingo said, they're pretty strong there. Anything on the mtgonline.com Decklist site will do that too. Hey, Propaganda says Moist Moose. Oh, Moist Moose in the house. The Rakdos Tokens guy, if I remember right. Newer version of my Treasure Storm deck. Worth taking another look at. Oh, you betcha. Yeah, that's always a fun list, man. Keeping this. I know Kali Kai's or said it Rankin Online was playing something like that, I think this last week. Okay. We'll say okay here. Man, this deck can do a lot. Alrighty. Well, we've got some good options here. This is just going to be islands all day long. Boop. As we sit back and hope we can do things. Yeah, the burn's more of a goblin sort of bushwhacker style thing too, though. Not so much just like a bunch of what do you call, lightning bolts and such. Although every once in a while you run into something like that, right? But yeah, Sledgehammer, I can't recommend enough my my build of the White Thopter list. Like I said, I started with a heroic shell with that, and just kept taking things away, and then about the only thing it shared were sacred cats at the end of the day. Well, we can't do anything, so we might as well develop here. I'm going to go get another island here, since we've got what we need in our counterspell plan. Sure is nice being able to say no to stuff. I always focus on like combo and aggro, or a combination of the two, and I'm not against playing control lists. In fact, some of my best tournament finishes, and especially in real life, play a lot of control. But for streaming, tend to like to get things done, keep things moving, keep them interesting. Yeah, RDW is definitely, that's probably the best thing to call it. You know, there's about 3 varieties of it, and they all just draw a ton of cards and do a ton of things. Okay, let's get I think our black mana is more important right now. We'll get rid of this yard just in case they've got some sort of a exhume trigger on that big old int. Why are you bringing up Sunshot Militia? That seems like a terrible card. I hate things that only is a sorcery. That's a lot of cards. We'll let it go. Sticking with it. Here we go. Come on, come on. What are we doing here? Another cycler. Okay. Haunted Mire showing up. A whole lot of swamping going on. Nice flexible base. Be neat if you had some sort of hideaway in Pauper, so you could take a corrupt so it doesn't get duressed and hide it somewhere with a benefit, like drawing a card or something. That'd be weird. Just wanted to know what Moist Moose was talking about. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, and I know Marut isn't online now. And that kind of instant kill chain with that style of list there. Oh, this feels pretty good. I think it's worth running this out. We didn't see any removal game 1, and it'll force them to have it here. This way we represent a little bit of damage. And at this stage of the game, I'm not against putting out a Skyfisher to just generate a mana drop is what I'm trying to say. Return a basic sort of thing. Okay, I like this draw. This feels pretty good. We've got a EOT Omen, and we've got a Counterspell in hand. So we've got to play the boring game and just attack. This is when I wish Magic had sound effects. You could just hear the burning and in the background, the hooves and stuff like that. TMI, right? We could also cast down / Omen of the Sun here. It's always fun when somebody does an Edict effect. These days it's a Tithing Blade effect. And you drop an Omen, gain 2 life, and sacrifice some little dork. Oh yeah, Monty Python coconuts. Okay, what is this? A corrupt on our dude. We will counter that just to keep our dude alive, because that's kind of eating up his deck. That's what I'm trying to say. We can always get this back next turn. We'll get out our Omen here. Bloop. I think we sided 1, okay, keeping 1 out. There could be some sort of edict effects going on here, but we put this on a lot faster clock this way. With 2 bogs and all these return thingies, we've always got the option to get rid of their graveyard. But as it sits right now, I think I'm just going to play a turn here, and we'll go pretending that we have Ephemerate here. It's such a mean card combo, Ephemerate with Archaeomancer, as you've all known. I mean, you'd have to play Pauper less than like 3 hours to not see that combo anywhere. So many decks, it's sort of the background, and just the threat of it, it's right up there with 2 untapped islands. You know, it's like untapped plains is like the new counterspell, or like, you know, it's at least going to counter a removal spell. So when you have the choice and your mana doesn't matter, and you can only leave up 1 card, and you're playing this style, make sure it's a plains. That's the advice from Uncle Deluxe. Yeah. Okay, this is one of those, like, you better do something now. I mean, we've got plenty of removal. That's why I'm okay tapping out here. And then we can just guard against anything here. Stronk. Speaking of Stronk, NFL football, my 49ers are doing amazing. They look unbeatable. And this tomorrow's game, it can't come soon enough. It's like the game of the year, boy. That's going to be amazing. Okay, some stuff is happening. They're natural reclamating a Omen of the Sun. Don't know. That's not going to do too much to us here. Believe probably bring down a Tithing Blade here. Oh, Lórien Revealed is pretty nice too. I'm just going to keep up tempo. We'll do this. I don't know why I tapped it. I do know why, because I'm feigning like we have, you know what. That's still kind of an issue, isn't it? Yeah, that was a misplay. I just shouldn't have done that. Well, let's get it back. We'll do this to this, bringing back Blade, or should I just bring back this dude at this point, right? We've already got 2 of those in hand. I'll bring back the Blade. We'll still stick to that. I have Ephemerate lie that we're spinning here. Again, stuck on like 4 or 5 lands. Seems to happen quite a bit. I mean, I know we have Revealed, but at this stage, I'd rather just cast it. But pretty sure we win here thanks to Coalition Honor Guard. They might be able to stay back alive, which is another reason I wanted to tempo out that Skyfisher so we can... If the Coalition Guard dies to Corrupt, it looks like it's about to. And we could even Ephemerate here. That would be pretty funny, but we don't have it. Bonk. Yeah, I really missed on that. I believe I'm going to just cycle this now. And all we have is just control here. I'm going to leave it. Let's go. Holy crap. What is that all about? That's a lot of text. All right, we have a cast down. I've got that. Ah, boy. Not too worried about much here. Attack here. We've got double counterspell here. I'm gonna cycle now. We do need a black, so I'll get an ice tunnel out of the deal, play it, and sit back on 1 counterspell. Darn it. Oh, interesting. That's news to me. I didn't look into that. So what Chimpskey said. Witch's Cottage showing up, getting back the Visionary. Good times. Does represent really slowing down our clock. Not worthy of a counter though. We will kill it, however. Vault Scourge all the way. Beckon Apparition's terrible. It looks really good, and then when you... Alright, we'll let that go because we can kill it easy. It's only good when you're already winning or you're just waiting around, and that's not the overall thing is you want to mess with the graveyard, you want it to be uncounterable, and Faerie Macabre does that. When you're playing an aggro list, you don't want to be waiting around on 1 mana like, oh, I got to wait to do this. It's like, no. You want to be proactive all the time. The only time I play Beckon Apparitions in like a Nip Gilliwin, that Witch, or the Night Sky Mimic style lists, where dual mana colors really matter. Kate will leave as much as our wide open as we can. Let's bring this dude out here, meaning cast down. We'll drop our Bog, stop any sort of shenanigans ongoing. Now we have 2 counterspells. Attack! There's no horse trottling in the background. All right, we're just going to counter anything that moves. I do believe, Sticker Goblin's probably going to be banned. It's definitely going to be kind of a red-based ban. You never know. Sometimes they do really weird stuff, right? We'll let that go because we can just kill it. That's why I love having creatures with protection or some sort of like built-in. All right, the food keeps them alive, darn it. No reason to not EOT this. Boom, boom, boom. Crunch. They've got a way through. It's just the typical super control. Tempted to just play Tithing Blade and trip it. It'd be funny to just flip it over and use its backside ability to do the thing, but we're all right. We've got two counters here. Opponent's at 1 life, 3 cards in hand, soon to be 4. Yeah, it'd be interesting if they got rid of one of the other of those. Mind step, throw, propaganda, hype. Thank you, sir. It is a neat design space being able to. We're gonna let this go because we have Tithing Blade, and we don't even need it. We could just attack. I'm really curious. They haven't played any. Haven't played any removal. I think we might be seeing some sort of removal here. We'll sit back here. Don't let reality acid get you down, as our commercial said. There's going to be hopefully plenty of matches today where it matters. And get it on nice and early. Got some sort of flood shenanigans or gaining a whole lot of life. What's this all about? Countering this? Yeah. This is just lifetime, so we'll do... Does this gain life? I'll counter this. Just to do it. And we'll see what they cascade. I can also counter this. What's coming out? I would open it, but they got to show us anyway. So here's a Visionary. They can block. I guess we can just counter that. Seems a little reckless. Bloop. Wait for trigger or counter them both. Woo! I found some new pins that I like. That's big in my world. That roll reclamations of... Oh, it is! God, that's so weird. I saw a 1 there. That doesn't really matter. We countered the one that can block. Not that we really need it to. Oh, I guess we didn't. Oh, well. Crunch. The deck even wins through bad plays. Even have a little Omen of the Dead option here. Bloop. All right. Let's go. Create. And destroy. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, baby. Go over to the list here while we wait for another victim. Oh, didn't take long. Note to self. I was wondering, like, why would they play a 2-drop in a... That's why it's tough to talk and host, man. Come on now. All right, we're up against the Magic Man. Damn good name. Magic Man. Oops. I go. I didn't even know they were one of our followers. Good to have you with us. And now they're across from us. We will keep this. And we'll just lead off with the tap land here. What do we have? You see a forest across from you. It's awfully nice when they don't have a first turn play, because that's usually how green will get the jump on you. I'm going to play the tunnel. I'd rather not thin our list out just yet. We've got the sit back and counter stuff or kill something next turn. We'll see. Oh, is this a similar list as to what we just saw? Let's find out. Get away from here, MTG Magic Man. I like it. So yeah, next week's show will be quite a bit earlier, and I'll let you know. Oh, look at this, huh? Yeah, I think that's worthy of a blade. I don't want some end of turn shenanigans with madness showing up here. Of course, all I really need is a Root Walla right now, right? But I'll buy into it. Let's see if they've got the Root Walla. I don't think Root Walla is worthy of playing, but in a Tithing Blade metagame, I might be wrong. Let's see if they've got it. They would have used it by now. Yeah. Nice to see. Wild Mongrel. Very underplayed card. There's so many times in a white list because of Prismatic Strands. I so want there to be a good, other than Tireless Tribe, about the only thing you have is Patrol Hound. With outside of really good flavor text. Speaking of flavor text, that little contest is going nowhere, people. You got to send me your favorites. Propaganda@gmail.com. And we'll go from there. All right. It's time for Bog. We shall Bog. This feels like a Exhume list for sure. Sit back on these counter spells and wait for the rest of our deck to show up. Went to my LGS earlier this week. Practiced against a playset of Biobiblioplex Assistants. Yikes. Hiya. Oh, I'm looking for quick, subtle one-liners. I'm going to counter the discard outlet here. Bloop. See if that keep them off of that discard outlet. Short and sweet. If it rambles, it better have a really good payoff, and usually a comedic end or ending or sort of theme, but it doesn't have to be. It's pretty subjective. All right, double counterspell or not? This I'm going to say not. We'll sit back and now we've got our Aviary Mechanic combo on board. We'll bring out the planes. Bring out the planes and chill out. Speaking of Prohibit, I remember playing that in my Invasion Block Constructed deck. Got second in the... that was the Odyssey Block Constructed. The Simic... I had a Simic deck with Mystic Snake and Prohibits and played for about 20 hours straight. Ended up getting second place Pro Tour New Orleans. That was one of the most hungry outings I've ever had. I like this person's land. MTG Man is representing his name well. But yeah, both played chess in the US Open about 2 years combined, and after big long days of just thinking, it's so amazing how hungry you get. Forget it, your brain is totally taking up all that brain power. Okay, let's bring out a creature. Sit back on a mana. I like how many basics are showing up here. This deck can get a little marooned with the tap sort of stuff, but Aviary Mechanic. Tap goes the wrench. We will say yes. We'll bring back the blade. Everyone saw that coming. Even the blind. Let's go. This is your brain. This is your brain on Papa. Showing your age. I remember those commercials. Some sort of Jund. Yeah, I'm sure they've got a Arrogant Worm. What else? And the red Arrogant Worm thingy. I'm feeling reckless. I'm just gonna counter this. We got a really counter heavy hand. I'm just gonna. We'll sit on the other two. Oh, what am I doing? Shows how little I play this, right? That was super dumb. I just think that this is a counter spell. It's like, that costs 4, you idiot. Talking about my brain needing a double dose. That's punt number 2 for those of you keeping count. I'm sure Shirazman will keep me honest. That was really dumb. I'm averaging 3. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. We'll rock here. I think the flip side of this is actually going to come into play. I think it costs 5. Yep. And you know what's funny? I never knew till last night that slake is a actual word. I thought I found a typo in that flavor text. And I'm mad at myself because I remember it's to quench, I believe. It's usually deductible with what the flavor text implies. A lot of times I'll be able to deduce what a word is because of a magic card. So, all right. Well, that's a little hard to get rid of. Nice card in a metagame with this. We kind of need a Skyfisher or something to show up. Shows for you, yeah. I just need a few more outings with this list. Like I said, I'm right at about a dozen. Bog showing up. Boy, was that some good timing. I'm not going to lie about that. Tithing Blade. Apologies, Magic Man. Magic Online's treating me like the Magic Man today. As far as these, just what I'm drawing when. It's one of those outings, like if this is your only game with the list, you know, you think like, oh, this can't be beat. Every deck has those sort of like just perfect scenarios, perfect opponent. And then on top of that, their draw versus your draws just turns out perfect. We're just sitting back on a whole lot of who cares here. All right, Tithing Blade. Apologies. We're going to get rid of that too. I don't have all that much life. We're just killing everything that moves. Making them play full value menu here. Very biblical sounding. Oh, right. First time chat from Living and Win. Good to hear from you. Thank you for joining the chat. All right. Tithing Blade. Who's the artist on this? And is it the same on both sides? Michael Walsh. Okay, glad they did that. Yeah, with the color palette, you probably want to go with the same artist, right? Okay. Ice Tunnel. Not the biggest fan. 2, 4, 5. We could sit back on 3, 4, 5. We've still got the thing. We'll have to get rid of our Aviary Mechanic. I'll do that. Let's start gaining some life here. We'll play the Ice Tunnel. No reason not to, really. Here we go. EOB. Esper Omen Blade. From a guy who walks alone. This is probably the third, maybe even fourth time we've played one of their lists. Is this worthy or counter-worthy? That's just a 2/2. We've got other options here. It's only hitting us for 1. I'm going to let this go. I only have 1 more counterspell. We would have 2 or an extra card if I had played a Prohibit, right? But, oh well. Here we go. Let's get a Skyfisher, shall we? Consuming Sepulchre. Oh, come on, Ice Tunnel. I do not need to see you. All right. It's funny how that actually turns into an artifact that does enchantment-style damage. I thought for some reason it turned into an artifact. Oh, man, that's a good card against us. They're sticking with it, sticking with the plan. We need some critters to show up here. They are playing Root Walla. Interesting. That's a lot of damage at this stage. God, I do not want to counter a Root Walla. Nope. I could still get Suffocating Fumes and make it a thing, right? Really suggesting we don't have any counter magic. We do, but we just need a creature to show up here. Yeah, boy. That's 7 a turn. 6 if we live through it. Come on, Skyfisher. That would be really good right now. Let's yield to this ability. So it just happens. Come on. I'm going to play it. We're getting really flooded here, which, I'm not mad about. We are playing 23 lands. What I would be mad about is if we got screwed. Cash Override. What kind of deck is this? Oh, we got the link right up above there. There you go. And I'm Chimpskey with it again. It kind of is a dual deck, but right now all we're drawing is lands and counters. And our opponent's working his way through this nicely. Boom! Up against some sort of Jund madness. It sounds like I was just describing it, but that is actually what I would call it. Which are Tithing Blades aren't going to be all that great against a Root Walla. I mean, you still get a creature, right? But we better draw good here. We need a creature. There's a good creature. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you, Mulldrifter. Thank you. Ephemerate? That'd be sweet. They have to have removal at this stage. Snuff out. Yeah, I'm going to counter that. I would have paid the life personally, but we've got all our color options open. That's pretty good because our Skyfisher will die. Bring this out just for the life gain and go grab that extra land. My goodness, we did not need another land. This is going to be a close one, folks. I think I'm going to trade off with that Kitchen Imp just in case we do top deck our Suffocating Fumes here. At this stage, we are in block mode. Hello, good sir, says Faerie Macabre. Can you do the Daily Cup on the head? Oh, yeah. I kept forgetting who does that on the day. Are we taking a screen grab each time? 3, 2, 1. With the propaganda logo. Boop. There you go. Hopefully that was long enough. All right, Kitchen Imp, go get you some. Hopefully I'm not falling for some joke I'm not aware of, but happy to oblige. Cost me a half a calorie. We take 5. That really sucks. But we're going to draw a whole lot of cards here. If they let us. We got a Bojuka Bog we can respond to here. Oh no, what is this? Uh-oh, this is bad. This is really bad. Omen out. Get Mulldrifter back. Gosh, halfway through our list. Tempted to just evoke that for maximum carnage. Problem is, We have 2 Tithing Blades out. We really need our cast down to show up here. Does this have trample? I forgot. No, it should. It should. All right. I think we're off to Sideboardville unless we draw something really good. That would have been nice for a snuff. 2, 3, 4. I guess we go here. 5. We'll cast this again. Keep our mana as open as possible. This is a pretty darn good draw. I am not going to lie. I will never lie to you. Kill this. And I guess we Blade now. Blade. Opponents, yep. I would have thought, that's going to actually live out, right? We could just kill that, and then we could use our little Tithing Blade thing. Tempted to maybe even trip the Omen. Really, God, where are our Skyfishers? We only had that one Aviary Mechanic, which bought the farm for the Sepulchre. Yo. Oh, I've seen it happen, Mind Stab Throll. I've seen those ginormous turns where that goes down. It's maddening. At this stage, this might be worthy of a block. The 2's going to die anyway, so I think I'll block the Root Walla. Do not want to be going down to lightning bolt damage, even though we are holding a Dispel. Really going to blow here if we top deck an Ephemerate. But I'm going to play like a realist, and we'll take 2. And might be able to hold off. Considered tripping the Omen, even though because we're eating our graveyard at this point. Yeah, I think I might want to do that. What is another Root Wall? Okay, we're dead next turn. I mean, we'll be at 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we do that, we'll have 3 mana available after we trip the Omen to make sure we get something good. Omen of the Sun would be a fun little blocker, but all they're going to do is power through it. These Root Wallas are getting pesky. I will trip the Omen, especially if we find Suffocating Fumes. This gives us 3 options to do it. Let's do here, here, and here. Before we draw, show me the Fumes. Yes. I think I'm just going to go top here. Yeah, top. Sometimes it's good to be a Magic player. We shall not wait. Cast this. No green, right? No green. Cast it. We're alive. Huzzah! Booyah! Bye-bye, Drifter. That's why we got rid of that. We'll start clawing our way back into this game, maybe. That was pretty sweet. I'm not going to lie. That was pretty sweet. Wish I could take that out of my vocabulary. I'm not going to lie. I hate when other people say it. When I'm editing people, they say it all the time in interviews, and I'm like, what are you saying? That you're lying all the time? It's just a trope. Excuse me. Like I said, that coffee's right under my nose, goes right up and makes my nose all watery. Okay, here we go. Bam. Here we go. Gaining 2 life. It'd be funny if we kill him with Sepulchre. Boop, boop. We do a little shock damage there. Our version of, what's the word? What am I looking for? Siphon life. That's right. Here we go. Maybe they're playing that red miracle right off the top and our Dispel will be relevant. This is probably that little what would you know segment we like to do at the end of the show. For this metagame, I'm not sure if I like Dispel. What do we have here? Oh boy, that's big. Can't do nothing. It's going to like that we can't do nothing. I'm going to trip the Omen and Scry. I don't think it's worthy of bringing back. We'll do this. I'm just going to scry. We're going to gain 2 life. I really need to hit relevant cards at this stage of the game here. I mean, that's going to get us very quickly. I'll say bottom, top. There we go. And we're back in it. Unless they have, well, no, they don't have a discard outlet. So here we go. Keep that one Tithing Blade rolling. Gaining 2 life. Here comes Skyfisher. Bloop. Getting back Tithing Blade. Here comes Tithing Blade. Kill some stuff. Woo! Attack! Rah! The comeback kid. Oh, that 49, that's a pretty old kid. Son asked me the other day, came up, was like, how old do you feel? I'm like, about 11. He started laughing. Being honest, though. All right, looks like we're going to turn on our other Tithing Blade. You can always bounce back the Sepulchre and then replay the blade, but in the meantime, we might as well be gaining some life, right? This is when you wish you had Envelop, everybody. Dang it. All right. Well, if you're watching right now on Twitch, give us the old subscribe, or later on YouTube. I'd appreciate it. And this is a sorcery-based speed only, right? Only as a sorcery. Love me some Envelop. Never have the guts to play it, though. We are clawing our way back. Hey, look at that. It's a pretty good spell. Let's bring back the Tithing Blade. Said everyone all the time. Woo! Wow! Oh, man, that was a fun game. All right. Guy who walks alone showing up. These Hadars are going to be pretty good here. This really showed up. You know, it's a 3-color spell, so I'm going to leave in Acid. We might just have a turn where that seems could be really relevant. I didn't really like the spell in this game. Got to get rid of 1 card. We're going to leave our... Yeah. Note to self. You need to pay 4 if this costs more than 2. I have to just zero in on that and focus. Omen's not that good here, so I guess we'll get rid of 1 Omen. Yeah. Well, we saw some graveyard stuff, but I don't think it's worthy of a Macabre inclusion. Or Macabre inclusion. Hydroblast. I don't know. It feels a little bit like 1-for-1. That's what we got counterspells for. Thank you, thank you. I'm going to bring in 1 Honor Guard and lose the Omen here. Let's try that. There's quite a few little 1/1s we might be able to surprise as a blocker. That might be an error, but other than the the little 2/1 dude on the ground that dies anyway, I don't know. Just going to keep like this. All right, we got double Tithing Blade. I'll use it early and often. We'll keep. It's clunky. We'll probably be at like 17 before we are able to Tithing Blade, but we'll see. We're here watching the weirdo on Twitch. That's right, the little Stranger Things. Yeah, remember when that first came out, they had that, episode 3 was called The Weirdo on Elm Street or something like that. And right, that was when Stranger Things was just sweeping the world, the craze of it and everything. And so all right, Ice Tunnel's obvious here. I found all the fonts and everything to make the exact same. Well, I actually knew the person that had the file and then just changed it up to say Pauper things, which if you've been here at all, you've seen that little, I don't know if you'd call it a promo, just a little slice of life, but I'm like, what am I going to call it? And I'm like, hey, how about the weirdo on Twitch? I've been called worse. Ooh, boy, that's a nice opener. Okay. If we hit a basic, that'd be really nice. Triple Tithing Blade. There's a basic. Thank you for listening to me, deck. I love it when that happens. We'll just do this. Down goes Rootwalla, which I'm pretty happy about. Oh, interesting. They must have a forest. That's a little mini duress. Go to conventions in my LGS sometimes. We sell Funko Pop figures. I've never heard of that. I didn't even know they had Stranger Things figures. It's a trip. Well, I don't really like picking on these little guys, but we do have to stay alive. So the plan, if nothing improves here, is to Floodplain Tithing Blade. This stage, yeah. I still think that's the play. Tithing Blade. I could go get a land here. I'd rather just play I'm going to play tap land here. Refill our hand. Be nice to get some something worthy in the yard so I can start Archaeomancing and Omening the Dead combo here. Looting showing up. I've already got some critters in the yard. Wow, what a pull. What a pull. Nice job. They are due, because some of the top decks we had. I know I modified those top decks by looking into the future via Scry and the Omens, but hey, fair's fair, right? MTG Magic Pan. Ooh, Bog's a pretty good card against us, but not right now. Ba-ba-bum. He will soon turn into an all Pauper all the time player, I predict. This format's too good. Yeah, I guess we can... What would they kill if I did that? I think we're going to actually get a good creature here. We'll Blade again. I don't think they're going to get rid of Rootwalla here. I think Wild Mongrel's going bye-bye. They've got looting in the yard. Depends. Okay, cool. Now I can cycle that. There's 2 already in the yard. I can fill up my hand next turn if I top deck a land. If I cycle that, we're way more likely to top deck. Man, we're going to be taking some damage, though. Hey, I don't really want to tap out against that. Let's go. Focus. Ah. All right. Let's see what we're going to see here. Scrapwork Mutt coming back. All right. That will die anyway. Be interesting in this style to, especially with these unearthed creatures. That's when you really like those Village Rites effects or Deadly Dispute and such, right? Wow. We need to find our Arms of Hadar fast. This is about half our life. Whole lot of creatures going on. I like this style. Yep. Crunch. We really need to top deck Hadar here. Cycle here. It's not going to do anything but reduce everything. Basic's not bad. Come on, something relevant. Hadar. No. Well, we're not dead yet. Yeah, we are. Thanks to Wild Mongrel. We almost have to play Archaeomancer for like almost nothing here. Hey. At least we can bring him back. Because of Wild Mongrel's ability, I have to play this just to stay alive. We're probably dead. We already saw Firebolt. They've got a looting in case they're flooded here. This is a very... What would the word be? Not good draw here. We can still Hadar. Maybe they have to go... The Wild Mongrel will live, though. I think we're headed for our first game loss, not match. Ouch. Yep, we're dead. Good. Well done. Concede. Alrighty. 1-1 here. Let's see what we can do on the side. Snuff out. Maybe I do like Dispel coming back, huh? I'll bring that in. Man, I'm just not liking Reality Acid in a lot of matchups. I'm going to take that out. I do like the 1 Honor Guard. I might even go 2. Outside of Snuff Out, it just seems like it's going to block a lot, but we'll bring back in one of these. Ephemerate, where are you? I think the very first game I played one of them, and I think we'd see a little bit more than that. Like our Counterspell package. This can be a thing. Hadar, let's put you like all over the place so that maybe we'll draw it this time. A little superstition there going on. Hey. What to lose? Not that. This is a nice combat trick. Boy, not quite sure what. Am I losing it now? Man, I'm really at a loss here. I guess we get rid of the spell. We do have the other 2 counter spells, which was my reasoning last time. Would have been funny if we had that. I need more coffee. All right. Yes, this is the tiebreaker against MTG Magic Man. Woo! What a good hand this is, huh? As far as balance, we have no removal. And to get out a creature, I don't know. This against this the deck we're playing against, they probably have 4, if not 5 creatures. Deluxe Coffee, yes. Oh, that'd be a good brand. But I'm not a card, so never mind. I don't think we keep this hand. Chat, I mean, it's balanced and stuff, but we're just going to get run over. I need early removal or some counters. Believe it or not, I'm going to ship this. And I think it's the right move. Mulligan. That was really weird. Well, we've got something to return and a combat trick. It's clunky, but I like it better than our last one. Yeah, I was thinking Dreamstalker for my reasoning was all the red decks that, Swift Spear's got to do a whole lot of stuff to get through one of those other than just one thing. Yeah, we'll keep this one. Yeah, these are all so relevant. I just slow roll and get rid of the island. Sorry, MTG Magic Man. I know I'm taking quite a bit of time here. I'm going to lose the Ephemerate. We've got the Omen. If we're blocking with Skyfisher all day long, we'll just go that route. Floodplain. Here we go. Really tough decision there. Strange not to see any removal. Yeah, that's a really good call there too, Dreamer Stango. That was another thing I was thinking of, is everybody's going to be bringing in Pyroblasts, and down goes the blue creature, right? And honestly, I went with Aviary Mechanic because you don't see it much. That was finally, and the bonus of I can say this is 100% Guy Who Walks Alone's list, which I like to do because I'm always against people. You work so hard on a list, you want people to at least take it for a couple of spins before they start tinkering with it, right? Given my vastness of being in this format from day one, a lot of times I feel like I have that knee-jerk ego response, like I know what's better, and it's like, nah, slow your roll there. I often pump my own brakes and say, let's play this 6 or 7 times and see how we're doing here. Well, I really like this beginning from our opponent. We're going to EOT Omen and just start beating up some 1-drops here. Okay. So glad we've got flexible mana right now. An Omen engine going. Double Omen. I think so too, Shiraz. Our opponent's list is pretty sweet too. Yeah. And we'll run right into this. I'd rather take 2. Let's see what we have here. Oh. The gaining of the life will be interesting. We can block that next turn. I think I got a Omen block here. Oh, they're not. Oh, that's right. They can just do that. Do I just kill it now then? I'm still just going to do the thing here. I'm just going to Omen. We're going to nullify our life. We'll get 2 blockers. So I've got a Skyfisher target other than a land. All right, there's a Bog. That's pretty cool. We'll rock here. Play Skyfisher. Bring back Omen. And attack. Sure. Yeah, let's get a little wily. They sure are great. I was really hoping for a block there. We could use our bog to full effect, but I'm not going to miss a land drop here. Let's go. 7 minutes to 14. I knew this would be a deal. When I'm playing by myself, I was always noticing I was about a minute up on people, even when it felt very like doing 10 things a turnish. But right now, I really need that bog back, right? Discarding a swamp. I like Magic Man's taste in swamps. Not so much the mountain, though. But it is awfully volcanic. You don't get those formations without being very close to a volcano. Okay, there we are. Omen of the Sun Dead. Ah. That Tithing Blade is feeling very underwhelming against Scrapbook Mutts. Ah, thank goodness. I was really hoping for a swamp there. I should have said it out loud so y'all think I'm not a liar. Well, we can cast down that and do the other thing. I guess we just attack with everything, right? Let's get aggro. We got cast down. We've got Omen. We can do some stuff. Maybe we don't want to. We shall see. Uh-oh, forgot about that play. All right, we'll kill it now. Get out of here. Keep our guy alive. They attack into this. Bad on them. I'd call that a half punt, so that's 2.5 on the day. Witch's Mark. You may discard a card if you do. Create a wicked roll. I'm just going to wait to see what this does because I don't feel like reading it. The wicked roll token. When the star is put in the graveyard, each opponent loses 1 life. Oh, so it gets all big and bad, huh? All right. This mark or something. What do we have here? Does he got another root walla? Is that why the late game loot here? Hey, thank you for that there, Sledgehammer. It's another one. They're going to be tied up all their mana with our little Omen tokens here. Yeah, I don't really mind this play if we Omen here and block because our Tithing Blade will actually produce. So let's do this. Plus we gain life. Let's remember that ability, right? They might be doing this just so they can kill the Kor Skyfisher. They don't know we have Omen of the Dead in hand. I'll prevent a scrapwork, I guess, here. So that if we do Tithing Blade, get a returner, they're going to have a tough decision. We'll just leave it at that. They'll lose their little wicked token. Hey, all right. That makes things a little bit easier. And by a little bit, I do mean a lot. We'll bring this out. Do they lose? Oh, they lose that. Okay. Well, let's bring them out. Do this and this. Bring out the mechanic. Bring back the blade. Yes. Got a few options here. Keep your eye on the clock. Ah, you're right. What is this? Keep my eye on the clock and my mouth shut. Hard to do. I think I'll let that mechanic die. I'd like to get him back with the Omen. Just want to keep killing stuff as much as I can so that those Omens actually do something. Or I mean Tithing Blades actually do something. Don't be big. Don't be a huge thing. It's an interesting scenario here if they don't drop a land because they can't really do a combat exchange without pumping Root Walla first. All right. We're at 19. I got to remember, this isn't last game where we were like hurting for life. Double Omens have kept us quite relevant. We'd be around 14. Alrighty. You know what we'd like to see right about now is Arms of Hadar. That would be an absolute backbreaker. Oh, tempted to trip that Omen. We will not. We'll do this. Lots of time, lots of time. I'm going to just hard cast this. Windfall. Crunch. Watch, they have Hydroblast in hand or something. And then now they can't use it. Hiya! Hadar! God, I love you! There's no reason to play the other. We'll go like this. And I think I'm just going to play patient here. No, let's attack. Let's keep these attacks going. Happy to let Aviary Mechanic die. Turn on our Omen engine. But might just want to take all this damage. Yeah, maybe block the Rage Hound. Arms of Hadar is only our opponent's creatures take all that damage, right? I'm sure Terra decks are going to adapt with a lot more use of this Hadar is going to be a blowout, but it's all thanks to Lórien Revealed. Drawing 3 cards is quite a thing. But I do believe Terra decks are going to have to start running Delver again. Glintalk security. Well said, Mindstab Throw. Thank you for keeping everything honest. What's this 3 mana back stuff going on here? What's this all about? Come on over. Man, this is going to be brutal. Do I block the scrap mod? Do I block that? I do want one of these things to die, and I want to respect life a little bit here, so I'll go like this. I know, I should probably just take all of it. Just feels a little more options with Omen there. I really wanted something to hit our yard there. Scrap Rep Mutt. Bye-bye. Can we get even luckier and draw a Bojuka Bog here? Okay, 1, 2, 3, a 4. Probably the meanest card in this scenario. They're going to be able to keep a Root Wallet alive, to which we will Tithing Blade. Yep. Bonk. Let's go. Oops. You are an idiot. Here we are. To this, to this, to this. Tithing Blade. Yep. And I'm just going to Omen right now, so we can crash through our turn here. We'll go get back Aviary Mechanic. Yes, sir. Attack! Hiya! Got about 3 turns here. Hopefully things stay this way. 4 minutes remaining. Not much relevant in the yard. Watch they Crypt Incursion themselves. Okay. Again, we're a pretty good life total here. I don't really mind taking 2. That hurts. I don't like seeing Mr. Vandal at all. Oh, I like the object of his vandaling. I would have taken Omen of the Dead there. Or not. Who knows? I might as well trip Omen of the Sun before I draw. See what we're up against here. Okay, Rage Hound showing up. I'm going to take 2. Yep. Pauses on a block. It's like, I don't even have a blocker. Well, we only have 1 white, so I'm not going to do that. We'll drop. Boop-a-doo. Here we go. Gain some life. Go get another white source, please. Come on now. Come on. White, white, white. Plains. Alrighty. White to this. To this. Oh, that was a bit of a mistake, wasn't it? I should have played Blade first. I guess we'll say yes on this and bring back this. That was a pretty bad play there. I can get back something of relevance here. This is when the clock does this to you. That's when you always start doing a whole lot of misplays. But Yeah, we had a double turn there. Very easy victory there, but now it won't be. But if they don't have another creature here, we can just attack with everything, lose a token. Okay. Guess they expected more red. I think that's their way of concession. All right. Well, apologies for the sloppy play at the end there. I would like to think that I'm made of very stern stuff, but when my clock gets under about a minute and a half, I start freezing up. I probably wouldn't be good in a nuclear war room unless we were like easily winning or something. Anyway, I'm going to go get some more coffee. I suggest you do the same unless you're caffeine sensitive. And grab a restroom trip, and I'll be right back for the next few games right after this Sideboards Explored. I think it's gaining life. Welcome to Sideboards Explored, gaining life. Weather the Storm leads the pack in this category, assuming you have access to green mana, often netting upwards of 20 life. This card is the hallmark of life gain. Sylvok Lifestaff is a bastion of hope against damage, brilliant in creature combat. However, be careful when playing this, as it can really make games go long. Watch your clock. Crypt Incursion's strength to eat an aggro player's graveyard and gain horrific amounts of life are not to be overlooked. In the right deck, the scale of life gain this can reach will cause many opponents to scoop out of sheer frustration. Siphon Life is a cool and synergistic way around prevention effects, while at the same time providing a life swing. Its retraceability is a fantastic way to prevent flooding late game. Unexpected Fangs has become quite expected in many swamp-based strategies. When paired with a massive creature like Gurmag Angler, it can keep you safe from those burn matchups, usually in one swing. In the right deck, Harsh Sustenance can be both a life boon and an instant speed kill spell, especially if your opponent is hiding behind a fog-style Stonehorn Dignitary type of lock. For 3 mana, Pulse of Marasa is a lot of card, netting you a fallen critter with the massive upside of big life gains. Ready?
Propaganda, go!
Hey everybody. Alrighty. A little slice of life there. Coffee check. Yes, we want to play first check. Good hand. Seem better. We're all right. We'll keep this. We are 2-0. Oh, Magic Men. That's right. Great game, my friend. Boy, did I misplay there. Gladly it didn't cost me the game, but boomba. That was a fun one. I like how all in your creature base was there. That really meant the difference. All right. What are we up against here? Something no good. This is not worthy of a Tithing Blade. We will chill. Note to self. Prohibit. Read the card. Act like I've never played it before. Probably played it hundreds of times. It's just been hundreds of days since I've played it. Come on over, Thurban Inspector. That petulant face. Bam. Whoa, almost at 50 viewers. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Do I really want to use a cast down on that just to turn on my Tithing Blade? The answer is no. Can we just hit a plains and just top deck like a boss? Come on. Well, I'll blade here just so I have something something to return. If we, well, that's kind of silly. You know, this is another good reason to maybe consider Dreamstalker over the Aviary Mechanic. Just because we have a lot more blue-based effects than we do white. So early on, this would be a wee bit more relevant. Skyfisher can be a little bit of a clog. Man, this is when I really get frustrated because we have 23 lands in this thing. And, you know, Flood's acceptable. But Screw, it's like, come on. It's almost half the cards we're running. So it's weird to see me without area. I know the last 2 weeks, I hope we chill on that for a bit. But if you all want to use your points, that's a thing. I'm sure glad it's happening in winter. Boy, I'll have to change that contest when summer rolls around because I'd get a little too warm in here, I believe. Oh, I didn't know that about sulfur hexafluoride. Alrighty. What am I? I'm not going to lie, this is a damn good top deck. I think I'll chill here on the counter strategy. We've got the Ephemerate with Mulldrifter option. And it'll really tear us into some cards, but we'll get our creatures out. Not quite sure what our opponent's on here. I'm glad we bladed. It seems like we're going to have to discard just to hand size if our plan pays off. Maybe a hat instead of wig. I do have a few hats. Okay, they're on the blade thing here too, so this Omen's really going to help out. What are they tripping here? Okay. I know we've got stuff, but I want to do... I'll prohibit this. Bloop. I'm not a fan of baseball caps. They kind of... I have such motion sickness. There's something about the bill being that far. It bugs me, but I have a little... It's almost like a little tanker's army hat or something that has a very short brim that I like to wear, but I'd have to relight the show. But maybe we'll have a hat trick. We could call it that, right? I guess we go for it here. And we're not gonna hit off that, but we're gonna miss a land drop if we don't. There's one card. We have one plains in here that we could hit. Or I could just wait on counters. No, we've already got Omen here. Let's get our mana right and just hit. We'll let whatever they do go through. It's a chancy turn. Maybe in hindsight I'll be regretting this move. We do have cast down. I don't know why we're not hitting our lands with 23, but it's happening. Again, always click on this evoke if you're new to Pauper. Hiya! Okay. Well, we had a basic. That's pretty cool. We can at least omen back our Mulldrifter. I'd like to see a Bog show up here so we can kind of rub our good luck in their face, if only virtually. Don't be a huge use all your mana spell, please. It's like when you tap out for Lórien Revealed. You're like, can you just whiff? Please. Omen showing up. Yep. We've got that play too. I'm trying not to talk so much this game. Oh, Omen in response. Back our Mulldrifter here. I don't want to play my Mulldrifter before I know that they're on Tithing Blade. Be silly not to be. Not going to really worry about killing stuff till our Bog shows up. Or I can counter... Actually, yeah, I could... Let me kill one of these and then I'll just use a Counterspell for the Omen. Really rolling slow here. Too much to think about. Let's kill this now. I'll just counter Omen. Take 2, then we'll start doing stuff. We will only counter Omen. Yep, this is going to be grindy. Usually once they understand we have counter magic for their Omen, and we have the Omen game too. It's that old scenario. I forget who said it, but you can... this is frustrating. I know I said I'd do that, but I'm going to hold to it. Let's go. Baron showing up. Cool. Here we go. We've got that, and we've got our own Omen of the Sun. Okay. It's going to be fun once Ephemerate shows up. Here we go. It's shameful how easy it is to play with multiple colors these days. I wish it was harder. Okay, we'll let that go. I believe this will warrant an Omen move, right? Glad we're getting a little flooded here. I'm very happy to see lands. As we... Sure. Alrighty. I'm gonna do this here. Bloop. Gain 2 life. How does Mystical Teachings fetch Omen of the Dead? It's an enchantment. What am I missing? Swamp. Oh, it has flash, that's right. Ooh, I want to cycle that, but I don't want to do it now. There's another Omen. Damn that Ephemerate. I'm gonna bend the rules here. I'm gonna play this with Evoke. Hopefully, I don't think stultifying our entire game plan for one counterspell on a Skyfisher is doing us that many favors right now. Let's ephemerate this. Ooh, we're gonna be losing some cards, but we'll have options. Do they have a 1-mana spell? Could have just let it go too. We've already got Omen. I think we played the other night, Logic 22. A 1-2-0. It was after they saw the counter magic stuff show up, which is cool. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. Draw cards. Okay. Yeah. Let's play some stuff. Let's do this. Yeah. We'll bring back our Tithing Blade. We already have one in hand. Do we bring back Omen? Let's bring back Omen. We've already got Blade in hand. Let's go. Yeah, White Mane Lion. That's right. What does White Mane Lion do again? It returns something. What does it return, though? I'm trying to remember what it actually returns. Do they got another thing here? Cast down. Do they got a bog? Is that why they're rolling hard here? Let's see. Enters the battlefield, return a creature. That's right. Yeah, there's lots of things that return creatures, but they probably have a pretty blade-heavy hand, I would assume, at this stage. Okay. We've got our own little blade shenanigans going on. Dawnbringer Cleric. Going to remove what? A Skyfisher? I would think. That'd be a pretty good card in this, too. Bye-bye, Skyfisher. Booyah. We don't have anything with flash. Bye-bye. Nope. Okay. Well, let's Skyfisher again here. Omen of the Dead. Bringing back that. Sure. Let's do Skyfisher. Since we already have one, I'll bring back the Tithing Blade here. And we'll just sit and do nothing, I guess. Right. Now we have 8. Dang it. Ay. Well, let's Blade. At least we can attack. Maybe. They're going to want to lose the Dawnbringer to let us sneak in for 2 if this goes down. Cool. Attack with the soldiers! Yo! Where do you get the mana to do that, though, Dreamer Stango? That's the problem. Do believe we'll keep in Dispel. It feels a little underwhelming. Playing around the fact, hoping our opponent doesn't really... Why would they use their black mana? Oh, they already have a swamp. That swamp just looked like a plain the way where it's situated. Well, except what I meant to say is these plains are all dark, so they just feel like that, right? Yeah, I think we're going to lose on time, and it's not because I normally would. It's because I'm talking and trying to host the show, so... not doing too bad, but it's getting away from us. Uh-oh. That's a problem. Yeah, Dawnbringers might be good in this. Maybe instead of that Dispel. At least in the build I would like to move forward with. I think I might run that instead. We need to stay alive here. Play the tunnel. Yeah, guess we play a blade here. Yep, yeah, we'll keep Reality Acid in this one, that's for sure. Keep that out for the counter. The problem here is, let me just cycle right now. I guess we could cast down that, right? I have to keep the damn mana open for the, when they go grab Glinthawk with the Omen. Let me cycle this now. Might be some relevance. Okay. Not terrible. These styles start becoming a thing. You could always run Envelop over that Dispel, but I think Dawnbringer might be the better call. Just another creature. Another way of dealing with that Omen instead of having to play this, you know, thrust a back. They can hold up one. We have to hold up two, and it has to be two of the mains here. Okay, what are they going to kill here? Omen, maybe? Omen of the Dead? Yeah. Normally I'd counter, but we've got another one in hand. I'm going to play like we just don't even have a counterspell just for tempo's sake here. Yeah, this one's getting away from us. Let's concede here. I think if it wasn't a lost game, it's just hold on a minute. This is ours off. Just knowing that clock's racking up, I was like, yeah, this is feeling a little weird. I think we're gonna keep the Omens. Hadar is kind of the big, not quite sure. We technically have just about everything we need. Useless. Macabre, I actually kind of like in this matchup. I think I want to go pretty hard with these. I'm going to lose the Dispel. Let's just see what this looks like. Prohibit's going to be really shine here. Cast all these are really good, really good, really good. We want this. We'll get rid of the Fumes. This is a really good combat trick. All right, maybe 3 fairies is enough. Let's lose one. What? One. Let's lose an Archaeomancer. Let's rock. Hoo-ah. Yeah, I remember this guy we played last night. When I could concentrate. We will keep. Yeah, I really think, not just because of this matchup, but I do believe Dawnbringer is going to be the whole what would we learn here. One card I might change over to that Dispel. Okay, let's bring out a tunnel. Go. So now in this scenario, like if we're going up against somebody and we're in top deck mode and you've got a... This is when the Aviary Mechanic can actually do stuff, right? You can just play it and choose not to bounce something. Whereas a Dreamstalker here wouldn't be that cool, but I mean, it's pretty rare that scenario is going to go down, right? Let's just get our mana right. I'm not going to run that lady out. Is that a lady? Believe so. We've got 2 ladies in our hand, and I don't know what this is. Maybe it used to be a lady. Okay. Here we are. We just run out a Faerie Macabre and go for it. We'll hold off on our plain tricks here. One more swamp and we can just hard cast a fairy if we need to. That'll trade with a Glinthawk, right? Everybody's afraid to bring out a critter. Let's try that 2/1 angel. Yep, it is. Cool. Since we've got cast down in our yard, I'm actually going to lean on this just for tempo. Blop. Hiya! Do I cast it now? Do I cast it now? Sure. I'm going to play pretty avant-garde here. Hiya! Take that. Archaeo beats. What do we have here? Tithing Blade. Okay. This is followed up by a bog. It'll kind of suck, but it's okay for that to be in the yard. As long as our omen shows up eeny meeny on time. All right. Their combo's off and going. We've got our own. Already seen cast down. There's another one. We'll cycle this. Grabbing a... We need swamps, so we'll grab the ice tunnel here. Play the ice tunnel. And we'll do the thing here with our own Tithing Blade. We draw another Macabre. I am not going to consider casting one. I've got an Omen. Now's would be the time. I'd rather just be able to kill it instead of play around waiting, though. All right. Gotten rid of 2 flyers. We know they've got a Tithing Blade in hand, so we really want to find our Omen. Don't want to be casting creatures into this shenanigans. Or our own Omen. That would be pretty fun, right? Hey, that feels pretty good. I guess we just do it now, right? Boom, boom. Suck if they have a Omen of the Dead here. Okay, now our Macabre will actually be helpful. I don't really want to return anything and have our mechanic just die here. So this is why this game always takes a while, because nobody wants to commit a creature. Really want our Omen of the Sun to show up. Gnome Chomsky. That's right. I think I remember that. Okay, I've got a cast down plan for that. But yeah, there was this old article a long time ago, like in the Duelist days or something, where it was like, you know, you want to beat a mid-range deck, play one turn slower. I forget what pro is behind that, but it's just kind of a thing. So this is like this deck, but then we slow it down by adding blue, and then it tends to win. I've played this matchup, even though I've only played this list about a dozen times. I've played this matchup, I think, 3, and won each one. So that felt pretty good. But right now we're... You know, I could just play the mechanic and counter. Let's try that. I can always counter the spell, right? Oh, the swamps the opponents are using. We'll return the Tithing Blade. Yes. This time we will choose to do this. We will sit back behind a counterspell. And our ability to make things right. Stop that blade. Start some beats going down here. 14 minutes. Not undoable. Probably because we did submit. Let's say no. We have the power to say no. They do not, as far as we know. Watch them pull out Mana Tithe. Oh! Oops. What do we have here? Another one! Okay. Omen would be really nice here. Mulldrifter. something of the critter persuasion. I guess we do this now. Boop, boop. Get rid of Overseer. Really wish that was grabbing a Skyfisher and Glinthawk, but I'm going to try to minimize the value there. There's a whiff on the Omen. We really need a Mulldrifter right about now. Okay. Tell your friend Mulldrifter to show up. Dang it. Even a counter or something. Something interactive. Removal feels great until the Omen engine shows up with Skyfisher, right? That always feels pretty bad. All right, one Scarred Bears in our... I'm probably afraid of the Counterspell crack back here, but we're playing very naked at the moment. Hey, look at that. Now we're not. Haha, had it all along. What's the saying? Always had it. That's a good call, Dreamer Stango. That is a good call. That play tells us a lot about their hand. They probably have another one. And now we know that they have Scoured Barons and an Omen. Just good news for us, because we will hold the counters for the other Omen. Now there's 3 cards in question, if my hunch is right. Spare supplies, come on down. Also got to be wary of like a Goliath Paladin here. I hate this play. We've got a counter just to keep them thinking that we've got extra stuff in our hand. Plus, once we get our Archaeomancer out of the yard, we'll be able to get that counterspell back, as opposed to it being gone forever via exile. Might as well. Thought we had a Tithing Blade out. Oh well. Lórien Revealed would be nice. Come on, Mulldrifter, just show up. Okay. I have no way of really messing with this if my hunch of them having another Omen is correct. I hope I'm wrong. What they say in Princess Bride? Unless I'm wrong, but I'm never wrong. I was amazed even with my oh, come on, list. No more lands. Actually, you know what? That's probable. Flat up likely. I'll do this now. Get. Man, I wish I had a counterspell. Limbo showing up. But it's amazing in my little weenie Thopter list how often you'll run into a deck like either our opponents or ours, and that Tithing Blade keeps coming back and back. And yeah, you've got a few tokens here or there, stuff you don't care about, and then all of a sudden it does start hitting home. Okay. Overseer showing up. Feeling very wary because we haven't even seen a Skyfisher yet, and that's the creature I really want to kill, and we're running low on cards now. Good news is our opponent's drawing a lot of cards that just say draw a card. I'm not maximizing on our potential here quite yet. Come on. All right, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Will not complain. Let's do the Tithing Blade dance. And I kind of like this here too, because we can do the Skyfisher trick, and then if they have any interaction, we can actually ephemerate it, bringing back like Bojuka Bog if we need to. Then at least turning off some of the stuff here. But for right now, we'll do the Tithing Blade. Standing back. I'm sure this won't live through the turn. Oh man, I wish I had some graveyard. Candy Trail's very underrated, says Pauper Tim. Yo. Wait for the target. Do the thing. Keep our guy alive. Return a very decent Bojuka Bog, or at least cost him another removal spell here. Exile. Man. All right. 2 for 2 exchange. And we have no mystery in our hand because we've returned the Tithing Blade. So if they have Omen here, it's kind of a good game. They have been playing it at the right time, so I don't believe they have it. I was wrong 10 minutes ago. Mulldrifter. Ooh, okay. God, what to put this on though, right? Journey's not going to do anything, but I don't want him to pick it up either. I guess we, you know, if this flips, does it turn off the reality acid? Because it's got a different name. I'm not a rules aficionado that way, darn it. I'm going to play it safe right now. I think I'm going to, yeah, I won't leave it exposed. It's not a really good target. I'm just doing that out of sheer like inertia of not, you know, wanting to do something, right? Opponent's drawn 7 more cards. Fortunately, those 7 have probably been all things like Lembas that just say draw another spare supplies to draw another Lembas. Right now, Reality Acid's feeling pretty underwhelming, as is Dispel. Oh, that feels really good. Alrighty. At least I've got a way to shut off any sort of Omen here. Come on. Lórien Revealed or a Mulldrifter. Be so nice. Lembas showing up. Playing Reality Acid. If you stare at Lembas close enough, they could be pills. Those elves are dropping some Lembas. First to flinch, right? Oh, I like this. Well, Omen right now. Don't have to worry about counter magic. Maybe they've got their own. Be getting back our Archaeomancer for sure. Or no, I guess we got to go Aviary Mechanic bounce Omen here. All right, they've got they've got it. Well, at least we get back a Macabre here. Okay. There's that. Now, do we play it or not? That's the thing. I don't believe we do. Cracking that, gaining some life. Man, I'm so tempted to crack that Omen just to make sure we draw good. Actually, I think that's a good poll. We've got another Omen in here, just to make sure that we hit something relevant here. It's kind of what they're doing, but getting really ahead on life. See ya, Fuji. Sorry, I'm a little late to the chat there. What is this, like a Goliath palette? Kor Sanctifiers, what year is this? This makes this easy. Alrighty, well, we've got another Omen, and we've got these guys. Do I really want to go top here? I'm going to say bottom on the Omen, even though we usually like to see it, but right now it's really a dead card. And Sanctifier, yeah, we'll say top because I can still scry with that. At least they have to blow up one of their things, right? Benefit of not playing with Bye-bye Journey, I guess. Hey-ya. We're going to lose on time, so I'm just going to chill and just try to play good. Imagine that. All right, Tithing Blade up. Bunk-a-dunk-dunk. Get rid of that. Do the little omen here. I know, but yeah, I didn't time thinking and asking questions to the chat and doing other things. I will definitely lose a close one on time probably, but whatevs. Tithing Blade trying to target something. Remembers we got a Macabre in hand. Woo, good times. Oh no, remembers that that's a sorcery, right? I don't believe we can even respond to that if that goes down, right? Okay. Can't use F6 when I'm sitting on 2 Macabres and an Omen here. Things are relevant. What shall he target? Little do they know I have 2. I'll target this and the Glint Hawk. Good target for Reality Acid there. Zip. Gain 2 life. I'm going to scry right now. I've already got a target I would rather do that with. Let's go. Like that. I already got one. I'll say bottom on that. I'll say top here. Okay, because we're going to have 2 tokens to alleviate any sort of edict effects here. Do they have a thing? Oh, I did that main. I thought that was EOT. Oh, they got Hadar. Make us pay for our screw up there. Transform. Yep. All right. Hiya. Yes. Okay. Here we go. That's Reality Acid, the Omen. Oh, that's dumb. That's dumb. That's dumb. Right when I clicked on that, I'm like, ugh. Punt number 3. Unforgivable. I'm playing the card and I did that. At least it's in the yard though. That's the double Omen. So I don't have too much to fear that way. And at this stage, yes, it was a misplay, but I'm not feeling that terrible about that. Let's bring this back. 2 Omens down. I'm really considering just playing the Macabre here to try to finish the game. Let's see what this is. Cast down, all right. Bring this back. We will attack. What do y'all think? Play the Macabre. There's nothing in the art of relevance other than another Macabre. You could have returned Bog. Rather have the Blade. Okay, we're doing 1 damage a turn thanks to the Sepulchre. Skyfisher showing up. Probably going to get back Journey, I would imagine. No. Boy, not greedy. Nothing of relevance. At least we forced them to use their, get theirs. Watch, they'd play an Auramancer, be like, no. Okay, Mulldrifter any day now. We're getting like outbreaded here. You think we'd be drawing the more cards here. Thank you, Mulldrifter. Nice of you to show up, you little thief. 3, 4, 5. Let's do it. Cast it. Boom. All kinds of goods going on here. We'll go this to this to this to this. Do. And maybe they'll try to kill our Mulldrifter. What is this devilry showing up here? Okay. What nobody wants to see on that end. Boop, boop, boop. We've got it. Woo! All right. Where'd my pin go? W. I just want to take a breather here because I know my clock's wearing down. That always stresses me out. Yeah, I think Honor Guard might be relevant. Yeah, I really wish I had a Dawnbringer in this. For me, I'm not saying Guy Who Walks Alone's wrong. I'm sure if I watched him play it, I'd like the list the way his style is. But for me, I like to be a little bit more proactive, get more threats that do things and attack. Reality Acid. That's kind of a... I think we just run this back. I think we lose one Macabre here. We'll bring back in our Archaeomancer. Thinking Dispel might just be better than Reality Acid in this matchup. Honor Guard in for sure? Really? Why would you lose? Ooh. This is a hell of a hitter. It would. I mean, let's bring in one of these. No, gotta keep. Up. Off we go. Can't give away our edge of being the better control deck as the game goes, but early removal, little interaction, a lot of mana fixing. I'll lean on keeping just because of the cast down. It's not great, but really be able to thin out our list here. Let's go. Depending on what we draw here. Really want a storefront just to prevent a lot of flood here, but okay, this makes things a lot easier. We'll do this for black just so we have an immediate answer. Since we drew the nothing changes, I'm going to Obscura just for probably maybe a plains. All right, we're really getting screwed here. Come on down, Plains. I'll just have an honest mana game here. Now it's drawing like it has 23 lands in it. Flu, scrud, screw, flood. Mulligan 2. I've got a magic puzzle for you. Screw, flood, what should you keep? Choose incorrectly, you will soon weep. All right, we have options. I don't want to do that. Let's kill stuff. Hiya! And I believe we'll need this before the other. Let's go. Now an Archaeomancer would be pretty nice. Get back that cast down. Omen of the Dead it back. Aviary Mechanic that back. Cast down. Yeah, yuck. Of course they have it early. So do we. They gain 1 life though. 7-7. Whoa, look at this. We're 10 seconds up. When did that happen? Mulldrifter. No. Do I wait around on that? We have enough white here. I think I'm going to lean heavily on this. Hurting for some synergy here. Need to draw Mulldrifter or Lórien Revealed would be really nice. Be funny if they castigate right now. Well, it wouldn't be funny. We'd lose Ephemerate because we'd have to Omen. In response, castigate's pretty underplayed. Okay, their flyer's going to keep getting through. Oh, we're running out of speed fast here. This flood's going to kill us now. Whoa. Why didn't I bring in Hadar, everyone? Kill all but the fish. At least our counterspell if we draw one now, but then we're just stuck never drawing anything back, right? I don't really have any synergy here, but I need a blocker. So I'm going to play this out. We'll pretend that we're hurting for mana. We are not. Bonk. Do we play it again? I've got the options here. So I'm going to play Tunnel instead. Some sort of retrace might be interesting in this list. Probably like Ona's Grace. Although I wouldn't play it. I'm just putting it out there for you all. Okay. It's a goner. If they've got Macabre here, we're kind of dead, guys. I do this now just so they might whiff on their attack. Sometimes people will do that. Do they got a Macabre? They do. Wow. Yeah, we've got like 3 turns tops. I think we're going to take our first loss. I just want y'all to know from my small experience with this, you tend to do pretty darn good against this style with this list here. So stomach's acting up a little bit here. Honor Guard. Well, that'll stop 2 of it. Let's take 6. That would really blow. Bring this out. This does the same thing. It's a bit more synergistic. Yeah, we're going to lose this one, I believe. Have any sort of a kill card here? Boop-doo, yes. Or I could say no and just trip it to see if we find an answer, because right now it's doing nothing. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no. I think our only out is to use its scry to find something that'll get us back in this game. Maybe a Mulldrifter into this Ephemerate to fill up our hand again. It's a stretch. They have to have like nothing in their hand. Don't really mind this play too much. Yeah, I could blink that, but not gonna. Gonna trip this now. See what we're gonna see. Oh boy, that doesn't do too much. I don't really care about either of these. I'm gonna say bottom bottom. Definitely would have lost with those cards. Honor Guard's only gonna stop 1 damage here. And we're at 6, so it doesn't matter. Gotta get lucky here. Mulldrifter. Swamp. I can't say that's unrealistic because we are playing 23 lands. So good game, Leogic. They got revenge on me. I'm not 100% sure on that, but we'll put down the first L of the day. Well done. All right. Let's rock. Should I do the... You know what? Another bathroom break. I'm going to go get some more coffee, and I'm going to roll to one of my favorite skits. It is my birthday, after all, of Conan O'Brien, courtesy of his old late night show, which I loved. A lot of you do. But this one's a little creepy. It's Butterscotch. It's just this creepy clown. I know I should wait till October, but that's only once a year.
Please welcome Butterscotch the Clown. Let's get him out here.
Hi, everyone. Great to be here.
Thank you. Welcome to the show, Butterscotch. So tell us, why are you so upset about the movie It?
It makes clowns seem scary and creepy when everyone knows clowns are sweet and fun.
Oh, okay. So you feel misrepresented because the clown in It is a monster that lives in the sewer and eats kids.
Exactly. It sends a terrible message. I even had to update my website just to let people know I was one of the good ones. Take a look.
Okay, there it is. Okay, well, no, that... okay.
Ever since that movie came out, people freak out when they see me crawling out of the sewer.
Okay. What are you doing in the sewer there, Butterscotch?
Well, let's just say that's where I go to evacuate the clown car. Wink. Hey, guess what the clown car is?
We know what the clown car is. You know, Butterscotch, when you say things like that, you do sound kind of creepy.
Is it creepy to want to delight children with my winsome smile?
my God, butterscotch!
Is it creepy to brighten their day with my infectious laugh?
Butterscotch, stop it. I know you're trying to make a case that clowns aren't creepy, but you are really creeping everybody out right now.
Well, try telling that to all the kids whose faces light up when they watch me do my funny little clown dance. Hit it, Yakamota! Yes. Play it slower, Yakamoto.
All right, we're back. Coffeeed up, ready to rock. Let's do this. Yo, yes. Woo, look at this mana base, huh? We'll keep this. With double Lórien Revealed, I think we'll wait on that bog. Go get a little swamp island land and go from there. So, yeah, the Harlequin Clown or whatever that one was, right? That's a tough one to do. Here we go. Hey, got an Omen. Great Furnace showing up. Okay, we're going to see how honest this deck is. Do we have a first turn? Oh. All right. It's about as good as it gets for the Furnace drop, right? Maybe not. It ain't over yet. What do we have here? Some sort of aggro. We'll see how the list does there. We're 2-1 so far. Really feel like we could have won that last one. I'm going to go get lands. Cycle this. Some sort of glitter variant. Alrighty. We've already got white, so let's get the tunnel out. Sure wish that put it into play. Wouldn't that be broken? Yeah, look at that, how terrible that card is that was in the show frame for Conan O'Brien. Chaos Harlequin at 2/4. Exile the top card of your library for a red. God, cards really were terrible back then. Bonbons in the house. Yargle with the thoughts. We really need to find some targeted removal. I feel like Glitters is getting close. As always, let's do this. Alrighty, we have no play, so let's do that. Get our mana right. We can Lórien Revealed again. I think that... Or do I want to wait on it? Can always double block with our Omen tokens here. It's probably a little reckless. I mean, if they have Glitters, they're going to do it right now. Do they have it? Is that Ornithopter a tapping? Nope. This is just the bash variant of it, right? Do not believe I'm going to be casting Lórien Revealed hard cast anyway, so let's go cycle this again. I'll be able to at least block and stay alive or stop 4 from happening here. We've got the white, we've got that. I'm just going to get a basic. Trying to buy time to do the old Mulldrifter Ephemerate. So I'll at least eat up an Inspector. Mechanic showing up. All right. I got stuff to do next turn. Omen's just going to block that Myr Enforcer for right now. Might even consider a block on the Inspector too, just to keep our life total manageable. We are going to gain 2 with the Omen, but we don't really mind artifacts other than creatures, and we have plenty of ways to kill creatures, so I kind of like the ignoring of it. Artifact lands do nothing by themselves, right? It's what they power out. Okay. We might be able to eat a... uh-oh, this is going to be over quick if this steam picks up. We might be able to kill a Ginger Brute and block an Enforcer. That'd be pretty sweet. Of course, they're not going to tap it. Dang it. But all they didn't draw was Glitters. So we'll go back to 20 with this move. If they're not on their toes, we'll be able to block Ginger Brute. Let's go. I'm going to move to blocks. Come on, let us. Tie up the mana. All right. Boop. We'll do that. Yep. Rebuke. Always a bane, right? Alrighty. I have a few options, but I think I'm going to stick with plan B, which is the very obvious play into evoke Mulldrifter. Okay, let's do the thing. Lots of land that we don't need. 7 mana, 0 speed. Oh boy. Any direct damage? I mean, why would you run Furnace if you're not running Galvanic Blast, right? Probably just block 1 Enforcer with the token. Maybe Skyfisher, Omen, and then sit on Dispel so we can double block and kill 1 Enforcer. It's like we're waiting to die in this matchup here. This doesn't feel strong enough as far as, or fast enough as the right use of words here. Okay, Inspector showing up. Holy Artifacts, Batman. Do I have any cares or insights, Pangolin Wrangler, about the upcoming ban? No, it's really hard to predict what they're going to do, and as you all know, they didn't invite me on it. And yeah, I have to be real honest, I'm a little bitter about it. I don't know what you got to do to get on there. It's like you would think I would have been one of the first people they called, not to fluff my own feathers, but I've been there from the beginning, and I was like the first grinder of note back when I played all my tournament days and stuff, and stayed relevant. But enough whining. It's probably going to be something red. I'd imagine they would focus on the draw engine of either one of Ren's Resolve or Reckless Impulse. I don't believe they're going to focus too much on critters other than the name Sticker Goblin. Who knows? Do we want to do this? Of course we do. We will draw lots of cards. Boop. I thought they would rotate people a little faster. It's like they made their little committee, and then it's just been that ever since. Hey, look at this. We can turn on all kinds of goodies. Let's play a basic, then we can, I guess we'll just do this. I'd rather keep Skyfisher back. So let's do the Reality Acid on here. And then I guess man, I'd really like to, if I'm going to lose one, do we have we don't. I wish we had one more mana. I know we're kind of flooded right now, but this is frustrating. We'll bring this back. Turn this engine on here, just because we haven't done it yet. Boink! We still have 2 big boys looking at us here. Bye-bye, Bog. Do they have it? Oh, a Galblast would really hurt right here. I'm going to take it. I'll risk the, well... No, I'm not. I'm going to block. We've got Omen eventually, but we've got quite a bit of removal here. With a Dispel backup. Does it live? Does it not? Yep. All right. Well, it's better than our face, I guess. Bum. Oh boy. 2 enforcers. God, when are they going to draw glitters? There's an omen. Okay, that feels pretty good. Except that I really need black mana right now. I guess we have to cast that down. All right. Yeah, let's cast this down. Kill that. The Tithing Blade's not feeling very powerful here because of all these fluffy little dudes that we don't really care about. Hey, I guess we do Ice Tunnel. This is gonna suck. Oh man, I really want to cast that too. Do I just leave this naked and do it next turn? I'm going to break the rule, do this here. Naked play. I'm going to be taking a whole lot of damage. It's going to get our mana right. Off we go. See if we're alive. We can't stop a glitters there. They've got double clue to trip there, so I think it's pretty improbable that we live through this. So that's why I'm just kind of throw my cards out there and go. Get a little vulnerable. It's kind of our only way back into this game. Hopefully we, are able to bring back our reality acid and then start doing stuff, but I don't think we're going to live through this turn. You bring back Enforcer? Maybe. Bye-bye, acid. Or not. Yeah, it's a tough call at this stage of the game. Alrighty, let's do this. The big belly robot. Going all in. Yeah, we're definitely going to want Arms of Hadar. As we take half of our life total and more. Crunch. Booyah. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 artifacts I count. Damn. Don't think we're going to be able to wiggle out of this one. This is good. This is why we're playing this, right? Let's see how it goes against the meta. I did not face this in my little test outings. Tithing Blade really bad here because of Ornithopter and Gingerbrute. But if you get a jump on them early, doesn't have to be. Ephemerate, okay. We just need more black sources, man. I mean, we can kill something here. We can... yeah, we're just dead here. Look at this. We're just... I mean, we can block, kill stuff. We've got this play. We kill that guy. Comes back. We would need another white to kind of do the thing again, right? Yes. Bring this back. Okay. It's our way off of glitters, too. That goes down. We do need to play a land. I guess but we do, I'd also like to, do we want to do this? I'm going to need to do that to this, to that. Yeah, well, Tithing Blade does nothing. Get some other artifact out of here. Be able to block one. Sit on Dispel. And I guess we Omen right now. If we had another wide up, obviously we would have reality acided that and then blink this dude back to get that back. But for right now, we're just going to do this to here. Go. Say bye-bye to that. Actually, Mulldrifter might be the better call here. Just for sheer get back in the game ability. Especially since we have Ephemerate in our hand. Let me look this through. Yeah, because bringing back Tithing Blade's not going to be all that important at this stage. So I don't think we're going to be alive. But we'll see. I mean, we've got the Dispel for the Galblast. But I'm sure if they had it, they might just do an EOT here. Plus, those double clues aren't helping us at all here. Oh, thank you for that, Chimpskey. I might have forgot that. You are correct, sir. Coalition. One of my good friends that's been unemployed for about a year finally got a gig. I'm starting to get worried now. Boy, work has just been... I have it. I work 40 hours a week, blah, 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 but it is getting so slow. I know the holidays, it slows down, but man, just every few months it seems like, you know, they could easily cut half of our people and I think we'd be fine. It's like, gotta love big organizations because they don't often notice that there's a lot of fat still, even after cuts. We have not seen glitter, and they are due. Synthesizer number 2, courtesy of Glenhawk Enterprises. Down it goes. Where it stops, I hope I know. Boy, we need Hadar. We're going to lose to Affinity on time. Now we're up a minute. Synthesizer, yeah, Hadar is just going to be a backbreaker here. Can't do anything here. Just one of those matchups, you know, where you just can't come up for air. You're like, wave keeps coming right over your face. Where is Glitters? I almost feel bad for our opponent at this point. Well, we now have 3 black sources. Oh, Pauper Tim, I'm sorry to hear that. You're right, Sledgehammer. There probably isn't an out here. And by probably, I mean there isn't. We have to do this. Take 5. If you don't mind, what is it you do? Let's just go to the next game. This is a goner. We can ephemerate and draw a bunch of stuff, but to what? You know, we'd have to block everything. So thanks to my friends in the chat, we know to bring in these. I don't really, this is going to be totally useless. This, decent for, was it Dispel? Prohibit Counterspell is going to be pretty good here. Tithing Blade, I think we could probably cut 2 of these. I think this feels pretty good. Maybe. Oh, no, not at all, Sledgehammer. Thank you for it. Yeah, it's I can get a little obstinate when it comes to defeat. I'm like, I'll pull it off. Sometimes I do. I think we go like this. It's one of the few matchups where they just go so wide. It's kind of what we ran into against our the Jund opponent, MTG Mana Man, or whatever it is. Oh, good. You may not be jealous. All right, let's see what we can do. There's an L. All right, let's say yes. We really need to see up some untappers here. Got it. Hey, we got it. We'll keep it. I don't like this, obviously, but mulliganing. Kind of early counterspell. We have no removal. If you really look at it, this is... see, I was punch drunk with this hand because I wanted basics that were just untap. Outside of turn 1, I'm going to keep it. Our mana's pretty right. Got a turn 2 counterspell. Let's just hope we, I don't know, draw into a basic plains followed by like Skyfisher or something. Heck, let's just find a Mulldrifter really fast, right? Man, if you're going to play Ornithopter, get the good art. Not this gaudy stuff. I guess it's not that bad. I'm just so in love with the original. Actually, as a matching set, these kind of go together. Let's see, that's Matthias. This is... Oh, I almost thought that's the same artist with the color palette there. And we go to 1. Kapow! Let's see a Den Glitter so that I can feel smart with keeping my mana as it sits with Counterspell. I'm playing island no matter what. Okay. Mulldrifter in the next 2 cards would be really optimal. In a deck like this, Crypt Incursion might be a good sideboard option. Of course, we're usually eating up their yard with Bog, so never mind. Hey, Deluxe at Fangler Ring. I think you and the mods run a tight ship, maintaining positivity, accepting feedback. Try not to be afraid of lessons learned. Ah, thanks, and may your birthday bring at least 2 treasure tokens when you enter the room. Thank you, Pangler. That's the nicest thing I've heard today. Actually, I take that back. 1 in the morning, my sister, crazy as she is, and I unfortunately do mean crazy. I only hear from her about twice a year. She's just kind of, it's a long story. I don't want to get too personal on a stream, but she texted me right in the dead of night. It was like 12:01 or something. She always likes to be first. I'm like, ah. Nice little paragraph of love and remembrances, but technically I have 3 brothers and 3 sisters, and I haven't met 3 of them. Come on, Sanford. What are we doing here? Their clock is a-rolling. Are they going to let me off the hook by timing out? Or making us quit? I don't know how much time we should give them. Let's give them to the 13:40. I think that's plenty of time if they are using the facilities or expanding their horizons. Another funny way of saying eating something. Oh, I saw Everything Everywhere All at Once. I think that's what it's called. What a goofy, fun movie that was. I think if that was your first movie you've ever seen, you'd be able to appreciate it even more, but it just breaks so many rules. I was pretty amused. Darn it. Well, at the expense of a boring stream, I'm going to kill this one because our time has been reached with our opponent being boring. Let's play the last turn here. We'll just call that a... Probably all know we were going to lose that one, right? But I will put down a D for draw. Didn't feel like we were going to be able to pull that one off. Let's take a look at the list instead of this boring white screen while we wait here. So we have... This is Esper Omen Blade, courtesy of one of our favorite brewers, Guy Who Walks Alone. He's usually in the chat too. I don't know if he is now. Everybody has like 10 usernames. But 23 lands has been felt. We've either been flooded or screwed in a lot of the games, which I guess is pretty rare, common, especially when you're running Lórien Revealed. But yeah, we're able to just return a lot of the Edict Effect style cards, and if not, we're gaining life and staying out of our own Tithing Blade shenanigans via Omen of the Sun. We shall say yes. But yeah, Pangolin Wrangler... It's funny you say that because, yeah, from day one, I was trying to not make this really a stream, but more of a TV show. So I'm glad you noticed. Every once in a while, I'll slip up with a swear word. Don't mean to. I always like to think that there's kids like Nils watching Chimpskey's. I shouldn't even say young kid anymore, right? What's he like? Getting middle-aged as far as kids go. You should make a commercial about all the food in the format right now. Maybe a... Moros's Market, right? I've already kind of done that. One of these days, I'm going to make a deck where all 60 cards are one of the commercials we've done. All right, we're getting planes, getting ahead of myself. Yep, I knew it. Nils is 16 now. It's like I think when we first had him on the scene, he might have been like 9 or something. And the guitar, yeah, I play the guitar. I got a few albums out there. I'm very bad at playing other people's music, though. I'm a very selfish musician. Very good frontman, very bad. Like, here, play this song. I'll start learning it, and then I'm like, I think it should go this way. So, happens a lot more than even in Magic cards, where I get that contrarian vibe, where I'm like, I don't think it should go to G after that. I think it should go to C, and then do this little fret run here. All right, what is this? Control on control? What is this? We haven't even shown our blue true colors here. Whoa, Snare Nest. I like this. I think because that last opponent, it was game 2, and they saw we had white, they were probably like stultified on their development and probably thought we were about to dust them. I don't know why else they would quit in a winning position. Snare master, snare faster. Cool. Do I do the thing with that? I'm considering just playing a Skyfish. I'm going to do it just so I have a blocker here. I'm going to bring back the Bog and hope we can stop some ninja shenanigans. Might get snapped here. Machine over matter. That's bad news. I should have read that first because they obviously have this, and that's why they would discard it, I would imagine. We'll see. Started off red hot, and we lost to Orzhov, sort of mirror, minus the blue. Felt like when I say felt like I should have won that one, it's just because, like I said, the little bit I've played this, I've run up against that 3 times, and now I'm 3-1. But I was able to get it 2-0 each time. But I wasn't hosting a show and talking the whole time. For some reason, I thought that Machine Over Matter card was draw 2 cards as long as you fit this requirement or something. Got to turn in, says Mindstab Draw. After work tonight. Catch y'all next week. All right. There goes our resident early bird, Mindstab Throw. Oh, thank you for that, Mindstab. Shows my loyalty, right? Rather than miss a show, I spend my birthday with y'all, my digital friends. All right, what's he planning? That hesitation does make me want to block. The whole reason I put it out there, I will block. Do they have a mutagenic? Their graveyard doesn't suggest it. Their moniker suggests a different set of chromosomes than what I'm running at the moment. All right. Well, we've got quite a bit of graveyard there. Let's do it. Now we have interaction. I hope I just draw a basic. I'm not going to attack here. That Bog felt like it hurt him a little bit. There were 2 or 3 flashback cards in there. Well, I'm talking the why, baby. The why of the matter. Come on, let's top deck a basic. What is this? What is this? All right. Yeah, I could Dreamer Stingo, but I have to return something, and at this stage, I don't want to get that back on lands. If it was worded like Aviary Mechanic and said may, I would definitely consider. I will be making some changes to this if you like my play style, but I would definitely recommend you play it as is, because this is as is. Guy Who Walks Alone sent the list in, but I know I'm probably going to bring in 2 Dreamstalkers, lose 2 mechanics, keep 1, and my Dispel, maybe even the Reality Acid, I think should turn into Dawnbringer Clerics. Okay, Surveil. Boy, they're really looking into the future. Spell Pierce, good to know. Are they choosing to do these? The top 3 cards of your library, put them back. I think my son was playing that in Modern, or some deck that needed those. I might have the card wrong, not sure. Well, as it sits now, I might just power out that other Bog if we don't draw a basic. Seems like they really want to keep flashing stuff back. Pretty good fights tonight in UFC. I think the prelims start in about 3 hours. All right. Nothing to do, nothing to see here. Let's go. No basic for me. That's okay. Let's cycle this out. I think we just grab a basic island here. Do I really want to, you know, he's just going to be able to instantly flash that back. So I'm going to get the dual land. There it is, Glacial Floodplain. Let me grab that. I'm actually just going to play it. So I could bog here, obviously, and then they could just, I think they're going to surveil anyway, EOT, so we'll just slow roll it. We've already seen Spell Pierce in their yards, so I should probably be attacking here and see if they do have ninjas. But I'll do that once we get a little bit more momentum here as far as like maybe a bit of interaction with removal. Wrestling cells. Micro wrestling, what is that? Okay, so Otherly World Gaze is relevant for a bog next turn, perhaps. Only have 2 blue sources. This feels kind of weird, doesn't it? Aha. Old Micro Machine commercials. I remember those. Man, that guy could talk. When I took voiceover official like classes, this is like another lifetime ago. There was a whole like set of people that were like cordoned off and were fast talkers like that for those like legalese and all that stuff at the end. Didn't see that one coming. All right. In comes the big fatty. Well, it looks like our Mulldrifter is going to draw us a whole lot of cards here. Let's remember to bog early and often with what we're seeing now with Terrors. I should have seen that coming. Where were you? Let's get this right. Mulldrift here. Double check. Yep. Just do the thing. I want to bog almost no matter what. And wrestling tardigrades, that would be sweet. I'm sure plenty of them are wrestling under and around all of us at all times. Boink. Makes me nervous when I do this. I'm like, I'm just going to do it now. It's like so we draw 4 cards. Pretty sweet. Play one out. Here we go. So it'll allow us to attack. Finally. Probably should have been doing that this whole time. Let's get some sort of removal turning up here. As it sits, we're going to be able to swing for 4. They swing for 5. That's not winning magic. Come on. Where are our opponents going? Yes, they are. Wow, we're 3 minutes up on this person. Come on, opponent. Apologies for this. I used to play leagues. A lot of times we'd wait like 3 or 4 minutes between rounds, and there's one benefit to playing just this fun way like this. I'm bummed out because I can't play pickleball all weekend. Oh, that's a whiff. Everything's filled up. All the courts are reserved. It's getting way too popular. Didn't you like hard quotes? Maybe you like John Machida's tongue twister. She stood on the balcony and explicitly mimicking him, hiccuping and amicably welcoming him in. Yowza. I didn't do too bad on that. I know in theater there's that trick where you just utter the words rhubarb in the background when you're supposed to make things sound like a conversation, just really low and hushed. All right, reminder to self, we've got to play this now. We'll at least get rid of the gaze and hopefully turn off another terror. And wait 10 minutes as our opponent yields. Woo! All right, good grief. All righty, what are we going to do here? There's a whole lot of weird stuff going on. I don't think Reality Acid's got a place in a monocolor list like that. Omen's going to feel a little underwhelming. I like this here. We're probably going to see more critters, I would imagine, right? We did see some bounce stuff, so I'd much rather this get bounced than interaction here. That's ridiculous. Maybe we go like this. 1 Hadar. So that's kind of like 2 anti-fairy cards here. We've got all the stuff that didn't show up. Dispel seems like it'll be relevant. Let's go. Yeah. He thrusts his fists against the post and still insists he sees the ghosts. That one's easy, at least to me. Let's go. Ah, man. Apologies, everybody. But my birthday does call, so we're going to go over the list here, and technically it went 4-1. big asterisks, right? It's like we had a quitter in Affinity, and not quite sure what that last one was. Anyway, maybe they found out they were on camera and we're a little uncomfortable. Pauper Tim, thank you for that. So yeah, this is Guy Who Walks Alone's Esper Blade. I called it I forget what I called it, but I always like to do this where there's this original, which is exactly the same, and then this one is the one I play with, so that when I make tweaks, I always have the original there. But if you're like me, first thing I would do is this, and we're going to bring in some DAWN, Dawnbringers. Here's what I would like to do. I'd like to bring in at least one of those there. What else? I was very underwhelmed with Reality Acid. It just feels too slow in this list. So personally, I would use the Dawnbringers here, and I don't know, maybe Reality Acid belongs in the sideboard for kind of more of like a catch-all. Reality Acid. I know I just did the commercial on one, but probably could lose a Compass here. We didn't see too much red. Could be something that we regret doing there, but this is kind of how I would roll with it moving forward. I mean, we still have access to this, but it's not gumming up our hand when in the matchups where it's not grindy. We've got to be able to survive, and this is also going to help us against red main deck, so we will feel the loss of these a little bit less. We do still have counter magic here. It's just Dispel just awfully narrowly focused anymore. Believe me, I do love the Omen tech. This is very sweet against other blade combo lists. So this is how I'm going to leave it for me personally. I got a weird feeling if we played it this way, might have had just one more victory, which actually would have put us at 5-0. Yes, and Stonehorn Dignitary was something I mentioned, as Tim just did at the top of the show. Dawnbringer, which I've put in Crypt Incursion too, but I don't like Crypt Incursion anymore just because of the we're able to bounce the bog over and over and over again. So call that Clock Blade. Yeah, that's a pretty good call there. That's right. And I was going to also put in because we're so blue leaning and not white leaning, Dreamstalker I think should probably be 1 or 2 of. Right now, I think I'm just going to bring in, man, that's a creepy little card, isn't it? I'm just going to bring in 1. We'll keep it 1, 2. This suggests that we've got like, prismatic strands when you run this many white critters, but I think the backside of this, return a permanent you control. You have to, whereas this says you may. So we're not really an aggro deck, so I'm going to go with my initial thought, and this is where I'm going to leave it. 2 Dreamstalkers, 1 Mechanic. So we've still got the same number of bounce critters. There's no rhyme or reason to this other than, if you've got a Monastery Swiftspear, which we didn't see, mowing you down in that first game, they have to use a lot of spells and waste a lot of synergy to get through this. Otherwise, it's just a blocker over and over and over again. And we don't really care too much one way or the other about it. I mean, this also screams that we're running Reality Acid, which we are, but I'd much rather keep it for like the Tron matchups or stuff that I don't really have too many ways of dealing with. So there you go. Like I said, we don't really run Artifact Hate in this list because the artifacts we're worried about are creatures, and we've got Cast Down and Tithing Blade in this one over and over again to deal with it. But we noticed that the Ornithopter style, Gingerbrew, they're able to go so wide that we're stumbling enough with the early interaction here that it can get a little bit clogged. But I really like this list. It's super close to maybe even being worthy of like a league. I think this could go like a 3-2, maybe even a 4-1 if you drew right. Be very surprised if it went 5-0, but I've been wrong before. Happy to be so. Hope you're happy too. Playing Pauper, please spread the word. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. We're going to go out with a little support here. If you haven't bought us a coffee in a while, please consider it. I know your money could be much better spent elsewhere, but we appreciate it when you can. And I'll be back next week. Another reminder, we're going to be early by an hour or maybe even 2 because I have a pickleball tournament in real life that's right. It literally is. It was 40 minutes ago if I was playing right now, so I'm going to have to be done early. I'll be playing something aggressive. If you have any cool deck list ideas, paupergan@gmail.com, etc., etc. Thanks, everybody. Chimpskey, Shirazamon for always being there for me. Pauper Tim, we'll see you all next week. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. As we go out with, the support. Adios, everybody.